the record button right now. You guys might get like a pop-up saying like, continue, this meeting is being recorded. You can just press that. We won't steal your data or anything creepy like that. So yeah, awesome. Okay, so hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. For both new and returning members, we know that you had a lot of options in terms of club meetings to go to. So as always, we're very honored that you chose us. This is the fall kickoff meeting for the Cal Poly Consulting Club. So if you wanted to learn more about consulting, then you're in the right place. If this is not the correct Zoom meeting that you wanted to attend, you should stay anyways because we might just change your mind. And so for starters, hi, my name is Amy Rue. I'm the president of Cal Poly Consulting Club this year. And to give a little bit more background about myself, I'm currently concentrating in information systems with a minor in computer science. And I spent my summer interning at Salesforce as a project management intern for our global rewards operations team. And I joined Consulting Club my freshman year because although I do want to do product management as a career, I felt like doing consulting or learning more about consulting would help me sharpen my critical thinking and problem solving skills, which are pretty transferable in terms of like regardless of what industry that you work in. And so I'm going to share my screen right now because we have a slide deck that we want to show you. So give me 1 second. Okay, awesome. If everybody can see my screen, can you give me like a thumbs up or something? Cool. Okay, awesome. I'm just going to present this. Okay, cool. So this is our first kickoff meeting, and Yoav, you can start us off.
Yeah, sweet. So I'll give you a little bit of background about myself too. So hi, my name's Yoav Nisan. I'm a third year now, concentrating in finance, and actually joined Consulting Club last year, just for the reason why we're going to talk about it, because I found mainly the job really interesting, and I always hear about the interviews, so I wanted a way to learn more about it, and yeah. So I'm going to start us off. So why consulting? So a lot of the time, I think a lot of people ask, like, what is consulting or what do we do on a day-to-day basis? And I think for consultants, it's trying to solve really hard problems in big companies or in big strategic initiatives. And for me, that's something that was always appealing. I wanted to be able to make an impact. And I kind of like the flexibility of being able to not only be exclusive to one company or to one project in itself. And that's what a lot of consultants do. They jump around into different projects where it could be from 3 months, 6 months, years, and just try and help these companies out. Another fun fact is that a lot of these projects, obviously consultants are not expert in every field, but it's a very high learning, like with a big house to drink out of as you're trying to learn something new every week and trying to be ahead of the people you're talking to give them actual professional advice and not just recommendations. And something that we've noticed as well in the club and in the real world is that all these people come from different majors and have different paths, and makes it really interesting for people to critically think together. So whether it be engineering, business majors, maybe even psych majors, we've seen a lot of people go into this field. And just like us, is not only an inclusive environment to show your thoughts about things, but also be able to help you, whether it be interview preps and finding internships or full-time offers.
Yeah, so just to give kind of an overview about what our plans look like for both fall and winter quarter. Since I know that school is being virtual, these 2 quarters, like things might look a little different, but so far what we have planned for fall quarter is that we're planning on having a lot of recruiting info sessions that Nolan's going to talk about more later with a lot of companies. We're also planning to do mock interview prep, maybe around every week. We'll have a channel in Slack set up for those of you who want to prep for certain types of interviews. We'll also do case study walkthroughs at our club meetings. And so we'll probably pick a case that has been asked from companies like McKinsey, Bain, or BCG in the past. And then we'll walk through the case studies and see how we would tackle them, and then maybe do like a little practice session to get you guys more exposure to practice cases for consulting. And then we'll also have general information chats with industry leaders in industries that you guys are interested in. So for example, if you guys say like, oh, I want to work at this company, then we'll try to bring a lot of speakers from that company just so that you can kind of talk to them, chat with them, and get a lot of exposure to the company to see if that's somewhere that you want to work in the future. For winter quarter, we have more programming in terms of it hosting our Careers in Consulting Internal Career Fair, which is the flagship career fair event for Consulting Club. Mary can talk about this later, but we'll also have like a lot of companies there, and then you'll be able to have like one-on-one chats with them and be able to learn more about their companies. And it's more of a formal recruiting session for a lot of those companies that will be attending. We'll also be offering our consulting certification bootcamp. So for those of you who may be newer, underclassmen, or just don't have a lot of insight into what consulting is, we're kind of putting together a bootcamp program that will walk you through the whole process from networking with people, getting recruited, getting interviews, going through those interviews, and then how to negotiate your offer and things like that. We'll also be hosting a virtual case competition with some employers in the past we've done with like Point B and Deloitte. And this year coming up, we'll probably try to host one of those as well. And this one is still kind of up in the air, but we might think about having consulting project groups if there is enough interest from the club. So we'll probably put together a project group and then give you guys real-time consulting opportunities with companies that are local and slow, or companies that are working to work with you guys more remotely. And so something else that we wanted to put together this year was a Slack channel for consulting. And so two of our channels that we thought we wanted to add on this year were the mock interview prep channel. And so in this channel, we'll set up opportunities for you to practice your behavioral, case, estimation interviews, whichever interviews that you want to practice. And if there's mutual interest, then we'll set up practice sessions. So both you and another member, or you and a board member, can team up, and we'll just do like practice cases and practice questions to be able to prep you so that you can present yourself at your best during interview time. And then also our general announcements channel is just a channel where we'll be posting a lot of information about workshops that we have, recruitment events that we have, or things that are just coming up for Consulting Club. So it's easy for you to stay in the loop. And yeah, if you want to be added to our Slack channel, you have two options. One, you can DM us at Cal Poly Consulting on either LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook. Or two, I'm going to drop a link in the Zoom chat right now after the slide so that you guys can just join while you're here.
Hey guys, my name is Nolan Brown. I'm a fourth year industrial engineering student. And this summer I spent 2 weeks interning for Deloitte Consulting. And I joined Consulting Club because I didn't really know what it was, but I had interviews for consulting companies last year that I had applied to. So I reached out to the board last year and they helped me out a lot. And I thought that I would join the board this year because I wanted to help out people who are in my situation as well. So this year I'm the VP of Corporate Outreach, which means that I schedule companies to come and speak at our meetings about consulting. So I'm just going to tell you guys about a few of the companies that are coming in the fall. The companies that we have locked in to present in the next few weeks: tomorrow we have PwC coming. They're going to speak about the new recruiting process virtually and talk about their company and the positions they have open for internships and full-time. KPMG is coming next Thursday. They're going to do a very similar thing. On the 1st, Deloitte's going to come. Theirs might be a little bit different. They might plan on giving you some advice on how to deal with case interviews virtually now. So that'll be a really good one to attend to get some advice from them. And then the week after that is the career fair, so we will not have a meeting. But the week after, we will have RSM come and speak to you about their company. And then other companies that are in the works are Booz Allen Hamilton, Point B, Protiviti, ARC, and Grant Thornton. So you guys can expect to see those companies either this fall or soon in the winter. And the reason why you guys should attend these meetings, these companies can give you a good insight into recruiting deadlines, tips, and advice. Hearing these firsthand accounts from recruiters or people who have recently graduated, you can really learn what it's like to work at the company. Those companies will say very similar things about culture, but you can kind of tell the little nuances and differences between companies based on the way they speak about their experiences. So it's very useful to kind of find which company you feel like you would fit in best. Also, after they talk to you, they'll have Q&A sessions where you can get any of your questions answered, whether it's what even is consulting, like what does that job mean, or if it's more in depth about a specific position, they're happy to answer any of your questions. This is also a great opportunity to network. Speaking to these recruiters and consultants is a good way to get your foot in the door.